Step 1, put the disgusting liver in the food processor. Ugh. So yeah, basically blitz it all up. So once I've got it to that kind of consistency, I then stick this thing in and let that finish the job. And at the same time, I also put in carrots. So I'll put them in, but I'm going to break these up because they're a bit big, which I should have thought to do before I put the video on. I'm going to put the broccoli, finely chopped broccoli, because it's now been sitting for a while, which is supposed to be extra good. There we go. So I'm going to chop that up. We need to add 1 mug's worth of self-raising flour. Next, we need to crack 3 eggs into a jug and whisk them. We need to just add them to the processor. And then it's time for one last blitz through the food processor. And that's done. Final step is to simply pour the cake mixture into your pre-lined tray. Okay, so 1/4 teaspoon. Let's see what shade that goes to. This I'm purely experimenting with now. I just knew the blue goes a long way. Oh, it is working. It's going purple. It worked, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually gone purple. So that's mixed with just 1 very heaped tablespoon of corn flour. So the consistency I'm happy with now is that. So it's still quite gloopy and you might think it's never going to set, but trust me, it does. So once it's cooled down, we then need to, well, you don't need to, but I'm going to cut the top off so that it's vaguely flat. But obviously it is just for dogs. It's for my own dogs. I'm not selling these, so it's not going to look bakery standard. So it's finally cool, and obviously got scraps. I'm sure the dogs will not mind quality controlling. So literally all we do at this stage is literally just spoon your icing on. Obviously it's entirely up to yourself what you do with regards to like the design along the edges. I tend to find doing like a water drop design or whatever they call it. I don't know what they call it on Bake Off, but do you know what I mean? I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So I use a spatula just to smooth it along, get it into all the lumpy grooves, and then obviously you've got plenty left to finish off your design. So I just googled it because I couldn't remember what you called it. It's not drop design, it's drip design. So all I do for that, I mean, like I say, it's for dogs, so, and it's for my own personal dogs, so it doesn't have to be perfect at all, which is a good thing because I'm not a baker. So the way I do it is I literally just get a bit of gloop and ooze it off the side. I'm sure there's far better ways of doing this, and I'm sure people will probably be cringing watching this, going, oh my god, what is she doing? It's totally the wrong thing to do. But if it works, it works. And like I say, my dogs don't care what it looks like at the end of the day, do they? So yeah, so this is what I do. I just ooze it down the sides. You can see how thick it is, and that's thanks to the corn flour, because if this was just Greek yogurt it wouldn't be doing that. So then it's decorating time. I tend to give it about 5 to 10 minutes just to let it set a little bit before you put any decoration on. But obviously you just use whatever you want to use really. Today I'm going to be using some Wag Puppy and Junior little paw print shaped treats, and just for the cute colour I am going to use some human little confetti sprinkles, which obviously are full of sugar and no good for your dog, but I'm only putting a handful on, so it'll not do them any harm, especially when it's divided between 3 dogs over the course of a couple of days. So here it is, my finished product. I'm just going to leave it to dry. The key technique with this is just to leave it out of the fridge, because if you put it in the fridge the icing will crack a little bit. So just leave it to dry at room temperature and it'll be ready for the next day or a couple of hours from now.